welcome to BONITA'S Kitchen and thank you for joining us. Well, today I'm excited to share with you a meal that myself and Raymond is going to have a little later on for our supper, and it's for a seasoned baked whitefish. And this fish is a frozen fish, or frozen fillets I should say, and we've had lots of requests come in about what to do with frozen fish and how to prepare it. So this is one recipe that I enjoy making. I'm going to share it with you, and if this interests you, stick around and let's get started. So here today I got a bag of whitefish. There's 2 fillets in there. And you pick the one that's in your market. You can get the frozen cod, frozen sole, frozen bassa. It doesn't matter. I'm going to call this whitefish, regardless of what type. So pretty much what we're doing here today, we're going to season it. It's going to be baked in the oven in that cast iron pan, as you see it there. But I got a little something special that I'm going to be doing over there with those onions. So I got some lemon pepper here. You can see this nice there, eh, Raymond? This,
yeah. Good.
I got some lemon pepper. Now you can season both sides, but you'll notice that the other side, when I get to it, the seasonings may come off it when we put it in that dish, and I'll tell you more about that. I'm going to season it anyway, just to get the flavors there. So that was some onion powder. I got lemon pepper, but I also want to put a little bit of black pepper as well, or you can just do one of them. I got some thyme, actually, that I had dried from last year, and I'm going to sprinkle it over the top of this as well. Put that little taste of thyme and herb on there. So now what you can do is just flip that whitefish over again and season all of the other side as well. So that's pretty much what we're going to do there. Easy breezy. Okay, so I'm just going to bring in my mixer here. So pretty much that's all you need to do with the fish. And like you said, you pick the fish that you like. The questions I've been getting was, what can I do with frozen fish? It's okay for you, you live in Newfoundland. But as you know, we don't live in Newfoundland anymore right now, and that's sad enough. I don't want to distort my camera, so I'll get those little bits after and the rest of what's in there. I don't know what Raymond is picking up there. We use frozen fish like you guys, where we'll just get it right from the freezer and let it thaw, and then again season it up nice with your favorite seasonings. This here, I'm going to talk a little bit about what I'm going to do with these caramelized onions, and I'll share a link to the caramelized onions for you as we go along. But let's do that. And I know the other answer to that question is, the frozen fish is not as tasty as the fish right out of the ocean, and absolutely not, and it's not going to be. And even living in Newfoundland and Labrador, we never always got it straight out of the water, unless you were a fisherman or a fisherman's family. We bought it local, and it was frozen most of the time because of the season. So right now, get yourself some whitefish, thaw it out, and that's all you need to do. So in this blender, when you got your caramelized onions, I'm not going to show you that on this episode because I got videos with caramelized onions. After you make it, put it into your blender, whatever mixer you got that could blend it up into a paste or a puree. I'm going to be putting in there a 1/4 cup of melted butter, and I'm going to blend this until it's nice and smooth, and I'm going to show you that. So now this part of the recipe is optional, but I think when you see it, you're going to say, you know what, I want to do that too. And this is something that you could use with anything. I'm going to drizzle, actually, I'm going to pour the whole gamut into this, because I don't need to drizzle it lightly. just put it in. I was going to put it in through the oil, but I'm not going to do that now.
So was that orange juice?
That was melted butter.
Melted butter.
Melted butter.
Gammick.
Gammick, yeah. No, I'm going to throw the whole gammick. And gammick is just my word of saying I'm throwing it all in the blender. Good for you, Raymond. And I did say a 1/4 cup of melted butter. And now I'm going to turn it on and let's get this blended. So pretty much all you need to do there is add that nice and chopped up like this, because we want that little bit of a paste, and I'll show you what I'm going to do with that after. So now back to the fish. Hi, Bonita here. If you are looking for a way to support Bonita's Kitchen channel while shopping on Amazon, stop by our new Amazon storefront to buy kitchen gadgets and items you need in your kitchen. Now back to our video. So now I'm going to be using my dad's cast iron pan today because that's the one I can put in the oven and I've made lots of recipes with. I'm going to be putting in there 1 cup of uncooked rice. I got a 1/2 teaspoonful of sea salt. Now you notice that I didn't put any salt over the fish because we use lemon pepper, and that got like salt and cornstarch. It's got so much stuff in there. I'm going to put 1 big old chunk of butter. I'm going to say a tablespoonful, but you would say that don't look like a tablespoonful, and it truly don't. So just get yourself a nice chunk of butter. I got 1 stick of green onion that I'm going to be putting in there. So what I'm going to be adding in there now is 1 cup of water, or you could use broth, and 1 cup of orange juice. And that's going to pour right on into this cast iron pan with the uncooked rice and those other ingredients. Just mix that around lightly. So for those of you that have never cooked rice in the oven before, this is a perfect way for cooking your rice, even if you wasn't adding fish to it. The reason why I said we're going to lose our seasonings from the back of the fish, because we're going to be putting that fish now right down onto that liquid and onto the rice and the seasoned part up. It may come off a little and it'll go into the rice, but that's totally okay. And then what we're going to do then is have a squirt of lemon and put the lemon right on top of that fillet of fish, like this. Now I'm going to tell you how long to bake it for. So now, right now, we're not going to do anything with those onions. They're going to stay over to the side, and I'm going to show you after what we're going to do with those onions. But for now, we're going to put our pan in a preheated 400 degrees Fahrenheit oven. We're going to cover the top of the pan with a piece of foil wrap or a lid, whichever is oven safe. And we're going to put it into the oven and we're going to cook it in there for 20 minutes or until the fish is 145 the internal temperature. And then when it comes out, I'm going to show you what to do next. And like I said, it could be 20 minutes, it could be 30 minutes, depending on your oven and the size of the fish, the fillets you're using, of course. We're going to put that into play. So I'm going to pop mine into the oven and I'll show you that when it's cooked. Our seasoned baked white fish is all done. Take off the foil. Oh my gosh. I always say my dad's pan is a ton weight. It smells amazing. I'm going to put it down because it's so heavy. Absolutely amazing in here to smell. I'm going to show you what it looks like a little bit closer. Oh my gosh. Now, did you ever see a meal looking any better than this? This is a 1-pan meal on top of frying up those onions before and all those flavors going in through there. Now I'm going to plate up some. You're going to see here that your rice is nice and flaky. Everything is cooked perfectly and the fish is cooked perfectly. Just look. Yeah. See it? Yum. Taking those 2 cooked lemons off there, but I'm actually going to get the rest of the juice from it and toss that there for my compost. And first off, you see them delicious onions that we put together. Now you're going to take up a big old dollop and you're going to put it down on your plate and just kind of make a little pool there, because you're going to be putting your fish onto that, and that's the way you're going to serve it. Now you can serve the fish fillet, all one to each of your family members if you got more than two and such, or you could just serve half of a fillet to each one, serve it with some vegetables, and you're going to take out a nice big scoop of that delicious infused orange rice, because it's got that beautiful flavor there. Another one of those wedges put over the top, and a little sprinkle of chives or more of those onions, those green onions over it. Now this is it, as good as it gets. Maybe some carrot or a salad, but I think this is good to go.
Yeah.
Yum.
I was thinking there then, like, you know, I would have to have the full fillet.
Oh, you want the full fillet,
Yeah.
with that nice bit of onions. Yum. I'm going to have a little taste now. So now this is how quick and easy it is to turn your frozen fish into a delicious meal. Baked, like you said, 20 minutes, 25 minutes, still not very long. By the time you set your table, you would have this ready. I'm going to take a little taste of my fish, some of that onion, and a smidgen of the rice. Oh my gosh. Drop the fork, delicious. Drop the plate, delicious. This meal is probably a $30 meal or a $40 meal if you went out to a restaurant. But if you can pick yourself up a package of frozen fillets, and you know you can get them cheap in the frozen section, cheaper than if you went to a fresh market. Rice of your choice, whip together those onions and keep them in a jar and have them in your fridge for whenever you want them. And that's it. This is as good as it gets, and I'm going to tell you, your family is going to enjoy it. 2 thumbs up. I can't wait for you to make it. But of course, we all like to go to those fresh markets to pick up our fish and our vegetables and such. But if it's in season, you can do that. But if it's not in season, you go to that frozen section, because that's what you could do, or buy it fresh and freeze it yourself and take it out. So the recipe is going to be in under this video, of course, see more or an arrow pointing down. You can also visit us on our Facebook page, our website, www.BONITA'Skitchen.com, or right here on YouTube. Yeah, Raymond is telling me to stop eating, but I can't, because this is in front of me. It's so fresh. The smell is amazing. You know, lemon, orange, like all of that is just infusing there. I tossed there a couple of tomatoes too, because I wanted that plate to pop a little bit more. We'd like to thank each and every one of you for stopping by here today, and stopping by and seeing our recipes every Sunday. We so appreciate each and every one of you.
Or any time of the week, really.
Any time of the week, but we try to post a new one each Sunday. And sometimes we refresh an old video and give you a short so that you can see that, because those videos are getting buried into the internet and you don't always get to see the ones you're looking for. But message me at bonita'skitchen@gmail.com if you can't find it, or if your grandma or your mom had this recipe made with whatever, fish or bread or such, you email me and I will try to help you find that recipe if we haven't already got it made. Also, we like to do a big old shout out to our paid members. Thank you so much for supporting our channel, and we do appreciate talking to you each week and listening to your beautiful comments. We thank each and every subscriber. We are going into that 100,000 mark, and we're just running uphill to get there. Not that that's what we want to do, but it's so rewarding knowing that all of you guys are enjoying our videos. And we welcome new subscribers. So on behalf of myself,
And me, of course.
Raymond, and our team, and from our kitchen to yours, thank you
You
for
have-
joining us, and you
Have a wonderful day.
I think this time I'm going to take the plate and run.
Yeah. And I'll chase behind you.
And you scoop yours up.
Join us by the sea, a journey in culinary, always an open door. Bonita's kitchen to yours. Bonita's kitchen.
If you're visiting Newfoundland and Labrador, don't forget to check out the beautiful town of Portagrave and visit us again on Bonita's Kitchen.